guys, Cometflamer here, and welcome to another Death Battle reaction. Today we're watching the newest Death Battle that is premiering right now, Blade from Marvel vs. Buffy from Buffy The Vampire Slayer. This is the live-action one that was promised on the Kickstarter. And before I talk about, the episode, I just want to quickly talk about where I've been, because I haven't uploaded since my last Death Battle reaction, which you can go check out in the top right. I usually upload weekly, so some of you might be wondering, where I've been. And it's because of two things, right? Number one, it's midterm season right now. So I've been studying. I don't have time to make YouTube videos. Two, I'm still kind of sick. I was kind of sick when I dropped Reaver's Maka Death Battle reaction, and I'm still kind of sick. So yeah, uploads will return soon. Just be patient with me. Anyway, let's react. Oh, this looks really good. I'm really excited.
Blade
The live action ones are always super good.
Versus the Vampire Slayer. He's Wiz and I'm
But I don't know much about either of these characters. I don't really know anything about either of these characters.
Win a death battle.
I'm assuming the Marvel character wins.
They are known by many names: Revenant, Vortala, Nosferatu. Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood. Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day, Blade. Is that really his costume? Hang on.
Oh, wow.
Now there's a man who doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze. And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this. Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself. Even Blade's birth was hardcore. Just as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost. And he drank her blood right before she gave birth. This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire. A Dampier, giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight. Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal.
That seems kind of OP.
Sharpening him into a blade that would rape the vampire plague for good. Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts. And his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding. He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies. After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu. While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more. So for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes. By looking at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira,
they're doing
Brazilian
it like
Jiu-Jitsu,
the John Wick
Eskrima,
versus James Bond episode.
Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman. Blade's training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there! Forced to murk his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone, nursing a wound within him that would never heal. A hole that could never be filled. Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so
I heard about
many.
the breathing
There is
gun. I don't know what that
decorations.
is, but I've heard people
Handguns,
talk
assault
about
rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium
The fuck is boy thing?
Speaking of glorious Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium. Specifically, secondary adamantium.
a variant of the metal that is mass producible.
It might not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
What?
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff.
Was that Eternity?
Like a Hellfire shotgun that burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kinda dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blade's even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
City level light speed is what I'm seeing.
Allied with teams like the Avengers,
far higher with the
breathing gun. I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness: a thirst for blood. Blah.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's vampires beware.
Is it like...
Should they indulge their unnatural urges, they will be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
Is it like Swamp Thing, but it's a bully? Alright.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
You know what's awesome?
Wow, Prize
being
Picks,
right,
guys.
especially when your co-host is always wrong.
Funny.
Okay,
but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Like I always am.
You're just boasting because Prize Picks makes it easy to play.
I'm thinking,
all you gotta do is pick
what
more or less on at least 2 players' stats. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. That's it.
Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, so you can pick the same player.
If it was like boxing with like Ultron
I'm picking more on
and
Josh
fucking
Allen's
Cosmic
pass
Ghost
yards,
Rider.
rush yards,
Well, I
and
guess that was
touchdowns.
only with...
I guess I'm just a positive thinker like
the
that.
Cosmic Ghost Rider is only with the breathing gun, which
totally
specifically counters
I'm picking the
demons.
same. You followed me
I don't know
on
if
the
that
app
would
and
work,
saw
but
my
I don't know
feed
if
tab,
Buffy's like
didn't
a
you?
demon or
That's
anything.
right, and you
And
can
then-
too. Download the Prize Picks app today and use
Like the
code
adamantium
DEATH to get
thing is just
$50
pretty
in
quick
lineups
cut, isn't
after
it?
you play your first $5
Quick
lineup.
cut,
That's
get it?
code
Because
DEATH
it's
to
a
get
sword.
$50 in lineups after your first $5
I'm so
lineup.
funny.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
I love gambling. Alright, let's see
In
here.
every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
Yeah, I don't know
She
shit about
is
Buffy.
the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy and Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity. Buffy's only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school.
Oh.
Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah, that sounds like the Valley, alright. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander. Buffy and her Scooby gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never-ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and 128 novels.
What the fuck?
Tens of thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor, she can survive massive explosions.
Didn't she like
the one
fuck
that
hard enough to destroy mountain or something? I remember seeing that.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not show physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories
so she might
of
be
their
more
deaths,
skilled then.
countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
a glory hole, if you will,
Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence. This absolutely crushed Buffy and, ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough,
really?
Buffy.
Okay.
But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced off against the first evil. Literally
might be bigger
the
than
embodiment
Harlem.
of all evil that
predates
predates reality itself.
Forced into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The Slayer safe.
It's actually a bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient demons, the scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything. Ghosts, magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
What the fuck?
Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse.
What the fuck?
There goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe, Buffy was finally whole. Being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world,
I was waiting for it to get crazy, because like...
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth, because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, surely there has to be, like, something more, because, like...
You mean October?
No, stupid, it's the Skeletor celebration!
Because, like, they hyped up, like, you know, the adamantium and, like, the breathing gun.
And for the first time
and, like, Buffy didn't seem to have anything like that in her arsenal.
Wait, isn't that just Skeletor?
Skeletober?
So...
Yeah, look at that head. Oh, I'm putting those stickers on everything. Wait, is that a pillow? We sell pillows now?
So they have comparable in speed. Buffy is more skilled.
You can find all that and more, including our limited desk mats that are selling pretty quick, at www.deathbattle.gg. That's www.deathbattle.gg.
I think they're scaling Buffy to the Harlem thing, and then scaling Blade to the Harlem thing, and then scaling Buffy to the London thing.
All right, the combatants
and then she also has a fucking multiversal axe.
It's time for a live-action death
which should be like comparable to the breathing gun and the anime. Okay, I'm going with Buffy. Oh, this looks so good already. I'm going with Buffy on this one. Oh. Okay, that's Buffy, right? Where's Blade? Show me Blade. Okay. Oh, these are all vampires, aren't they? Is that Blade?
We were kings.
Hell yeah.
Long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted, forgotten. You have waited long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were.
Or like both of us crash a vampire pool at the same time.
We take back what was always ours. Tonight, we
Beast?
Beast.
Yup.
Daywalker.
And she. That's just the start.
Oh shit. How does the conflict start? Does she ever all weapons and a guitar case? That's cool. That's really cool, actually. Also, damn! Damn! Holy shit! Okay, crossbow. We're like a minute in, man. We even started fighting it. This is awesome. Okay. This don't work. Hold on. There we go. I like how it just started with them like teaming up to beat the fuck out of vampires. It's sort of like the little intermission in Master Chief Doom Slayer, I guess. What the fuck is that? Grenade? Oh, I see. Flashbang. Oh. Oh, I see. This is where okay, this is where the conflict starts.
Wait!
Okay, here we go. Damn!
Shoot's just a kid!
Not anymore.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Maybe try something else. I don't think the crossbow's working. Damn! Okay. Holy shit. Dude, the choreography is always insane in these live action ones. Oh my god. Fighting in the bathroom?
You out your damn mind?
Okay. Holy shit. I'm fighting in the fucking toilet, bro. This is crazy. Oh. Oh shit.
Amateur hour.
So was some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Okay. No shit. Ow. Oh shit, okay, it's axe time. Damn! Okay. Okay, that's like decaying her body now, right? But she was able to survive like most of her magical energy being drained, so like... So she just cut the breathing gun in half, that's crazy.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Okay, so he brought up the adamantium sword now, okay. I see. Oh shit! Ah! And he hasn't even gone into his like berserk form yet. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, she can cut through adamantium. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. God damn!
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Just about what I was expecting.
Continued no longer. I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics than Blade.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Okay.
First up, stats.
I
Buffy's
think
lifted
Buffy
much heavier
picks this
things
one,
and
right?
survived more significant explosions.
Yeah.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought.
Didn't she fuck a mountain
compare
apart?
Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles. A city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows.
Is
and
that Eternity?
Morningstars. Not to mention, he
Did
actually
he cut
wears
Eternity now?
armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity
Might
to
just look
traditional
like Eternity,
vampire
I don't
weaknesses
know.
kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
But when
Okay,
it comes
that's
to
fair.
skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience
Buffy
fighting
takes
armed
this, I
opponents
think.
barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire
'Cause,
ass
like,
for
the
a century,
memories of the
way
other
longer
ones,
than
I think.
Buffy's even been alive.
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill.
Yeah.
Even then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Really?
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite?
Uh-huh.
Check.
Okay.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul. Check.
Preventing
Okay.
Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could
I see.
easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Ah, I
Believe us?
see.
Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium
Okay.
skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think it could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final
I see.
advantage
Okay.
over the Daywalker.
Really thought Blade had a chance.
All right, what's
Buffy
next?
sure
I'm
put
just gonna take a
damn
shot in
fear
the
on
dark.
things.
The winner is Buffy the
Gru
Vampire
versus
Slayer.
Megamind. Baby.
Next time on Death Battle.
What is this? Definitely. Okay.
Subscribe and
Dante
join in
versus
November to
Clive.
see more Death Battle.
I don't
Thanks for
know
watching.
who Clive is. I know fucking Devil May Cry. Right? I know a little bit of Devil May Cry. I have no fucking clue who Clive is. I'm gonna be so for real. But yeah, that's the reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. Only a small percentage of my viewers subscribed. Once again, sorry about like my voice or like my commentary. I'm still a little bit sick. And yeah, sorry about the slow upload schedule. I'm in the middle of midterm season. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to studying now. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. See ya!